Good evening. It's evening here. Let me get all set up. Nice green background. All right. Happy evening. What is happening, people? Acupuncture people. I'm hopping on here again to give you what's up, Gerardo is back again. You're like my number one Facebook Live watcher. I'm hopping on again here tonight, to just continue to download things into your mind to help you with your practices. So tonight we're going to talk about being direct. Yeah, Gerardo. And being afraid of being direct. So many acupuncturists are afraid of being direct. And I get it. I totally used to be afraid of this also. And I was just coaching an acupuncturist earlier tonight, and we were talking a lot about this. So I want to relay some of what we were talking about to you to help. Do you have a problem being direct, Gerardo? Any problems? Or whoever else is watching this? If you are watching now, totally join in on the conversation, comment, talk to me. And if you are watching the replay, put replay in the comments so that I know that you watched this, and let me know what you think, if this helped you. Okay, I'm just going to get into it. So when I was speaking with an acupuncturist earlier, they were talking to me about how they were afraid to be direct with their patients. And a lot of times it is being nervous about being direct with the treatment plan, with telling a patient how many appointments they need, with telling a patient that they need more appointments when a treatment plan has finished up, like if they need more appointments, just being direct with everything and anything about acupuncture, really. And so when I asked this acupuncturist what was it that they were afraid of, they answered, and they said that they're afraid people don't like being told what to do. They're afraid that they're of being in charge. They are afraid people won't like it. They're afraid people won't come in. Hey, Gerardo, great. I'm glad that you like them and resonate with them. I will keep teaching. So this acupuncturist, was that was all the things that she was afraid of for being direct. And so when I talked to her about this, these guys just came out. They're cutting herbs. It's all good. So when I talked to her about this, I was like, okay, awesome. I'm so glad that you are clear on what you're afraid about. And because what I told her was, you know what, that is your current definition and story of what being direct means to you. And it's really important to understand that that is literally just their story and definition, what they have told and programmed into themselves, what being direct will result in, or what it means to them. And so I told them, for me, being direct means being of service to the other person. Being direct to me means creating trust. Being direct to me means contributing to forwarding our medicine, because you are clearly educating someone about acupuncture, about TCM, about how it works. So being direct to me had a totally different story and definition than being direct to her. them was trying to keep their identity secret. Now you know it's a her. So it's literally and merely just a definition that you give what being direct means, and that is it. It is literally your story. And these stories and definitions just come from childhood or come from experience, or one time that they were direct and the patient responded with, not really liking it. And so then they just, defined being direct completely as that. So any time that you have any fear or nerves that come up when you're trying to be direct, it is understanding that it is just your definition. And is this definition serving you? And is this definition being of service to the success of your practice, being of service to your patients? Because when you are indirect, and when you're kind of beating around the bush, and when you are just not clearly telling your patient what they need, it's actually more awkward and uncomfortable than if you were direct. So when you're direct, it allows the patient to think, wow, this person knows what they're talking about. They know what I need. I trust them. I'm listening to them. I'm going to move forward with them. When you're kind of using these unconfident words of, I think you might need this. You might need this. It would be great if you continued treatment. Even that one, it would be great if you continued treatment. That's not direct. That's not confident. That's not clear. You need to tell the patient, you need to continue treatment. We've had this and this and this that has progressed, but you're still not at the level that we want you to be. So we need you to continue treatment once a week for another 4 weeks, and then we'll reassess again. Just be completely direct and clear what you need that patient to do. And that creates trust. It does not create a patient not liking you. It creates a patient trusting you. So I want you to become aware of what is your definition of being direct. What emotion does it bring up in you? And then what do you think is going to happen if you be direct? And define that in your head and learn what your definition is. Anybody watching, what is your definition of being direct? When you think about it right now, what do you think will result from you being direct? And really get clear on that and define that and see, is that a positive definition, and is that helping me and my patients and my practice? Or do I have just this made up story, of what I think being direct means? This person actually was going to BNI network meetings. And at these network meetings, everybody has a chance to speak for about 40 seconds. And so I asked them, how do you feel about the speakers that are direct? I was like, do you feel, that people don't like them? And this person actually thought no. They thought the exact opposite. The speakers that were direct, everybody actually was really drawn to them and was very interested in referring to them. So another thing that you can do is actually start to observe people in your life. And when you come across direct people, how do you feel towards them? How are people responding to them? Good, Gerardo. I'm glad that you like it. It is important information, Gerardo. It's these tiny little tweaks, especially verbally, that make a huge difference in your practice. It's the nuances that really create success in our profession overall and create understanding and trust with the patients everywhere. I felt like a bug attacked me. Maybe he did. Anyway, I feel like it is this is what we need. Like, we need this with our medicine so much, not just for our successful practices, but to forward our medicine. We need to be clear and direct what we're telling people. So yes, it is important. It is the little tiny shifts that you make verbally and what you think about it that make all the difference. So for everybody watching the replay, whatever, your homework is to think about how you define and feel about being direct. What do you think is going to happen if you are direct? Like I said, when I think about being direct, I think about this is being of service to the other person. This is creating connection. This is being authentic. This is creating trust. And believe me, it's been a journey for me to get here and understand that this is what being direct means, because I was like the queen of communicating indirectly. And now I'm super, super aware of saying exactly what I mean and being direct. So it's a journey and it's a practice. Everything that we talk about is just a practice, and life is just a practice. So your homework is to define it. Think about how do you feel about it? Is it serving you, your definition, your story of it? And then quite possibly rewrite that story and start to observe in your life how you feel and how are other people feeling and responding to people that are being direct. And so that will help you to start to redefine any fears or nerves or worries that you have connected with being direct. Okay, that is your message and lesson for tonight. Thank you for joining again. Heart, like, leave comments, put replay in the comments. Just let me know that you watched this and what you think about it. I love you guys. Keep healing the world.